Hey y'all, I am Victory. I help provide insight to empower, and I wanted to talk about this theme that's come up, a thing that's come up as well. Like how much I fear being set up to fail. That's one of my biggest triggers. It's one of my biggest resistances that I hold against life and therefore hold against myself. Now, to just make this a very succinct story, I'm going to take us all back to the early 90s, into my childhood, where I got mad at my mom for something dumb, something inconsequential now. But to my inner child was kind of a big deal, and she ended up leaving to run an errand with my dad. And in her absence is where I really felt the depth of the remorse for being mad at her, for not having let it go. And in that maybe like 20-minute span of not having my mom around, wanting to apologize, kind of romanticizing in a way how it was all going to play out, and therefore like building the expectation that like when she gets back, I'm going to give her the biggest hug, I'm going to show remorse, I'm going to apologize, and it's going to be essentially such a heightened state of emotion, such a heightened state of being. So she gets back, and I have that expectation, and I run to her. I was like, mom, and she rejected me. And I remember feeling so so betrayed by my own expectations. Even now I can kind of feel it in the background of how this video, well, that's getting like too mad. I'm not like overthinking the shit, but like one of my biggest fears is being set up to fail. Somehow life, people, why I don't want to trust people or let people in is because I somehow in some way I will be set up to fail. And in reframing and practicing radical acceptance and ownership of my shit, of my filters and how I approach life, what I'm seeing is that what sets me up to fail truly from the beginning are my own expectations. And especially not communicating them to others, my wants, my needs, my requirements, maybe my values or standards. But what else comes to mind is that I don't communicate that. I'm not aware of that myself, my own expectations, aware of my own expectations going into any kind of a relationship, any kind of, place or situation where I might really want some kind of outcome. But as my coach would say, I get to sit with that now. I get to see and be in the work of finding where those expectations lie, like where they are and where they're lying to me about what to actually expect.